Hey friends, welcome to my channel, AK Valia, and today we're gonna talk about Zoom security issues, Zoom bombing, Zoom trolling, and other privacy issues which the software is facing. These issues can pose a significant security risk for you if you are using Zoom for video conferencing. Towards the end of the video, I will also share some tips that you can use to keep your Zoom meetings secure. So, we hadn't heard of Zoom till about 2 months ago when the need for remote meetings increased. Since then, we have all moved to Zoom for remote meetings because Zoom is one of the easiest and cheapest ways to stay in touch. Today, people are hosting all sort of things on Zoom, from meetings to weddings to phone and video calls with friends and family. However, despite insecurity and privacy issues with the rise in Zoom meetings poses a significant concern for us. To understand the security and privacy risks, we will have to understand how Zoom works as a software. So, how Zoom works is by generating a 9 to 11 digit meeting ID or a URL which the participants can click to join the meeting. So, they enter the meeting ID here and click on join, or they just click on the URL and then join the meeting where they can start to broadcast their screens. This ease of access has given rise to a security issue known as Zoom bombings, where people enter random 9 to 11 digit meeting IDs and enter random Zoom meetings going around in the world. Post that, they start sharing content or they start sharing their screens which has obscene content like pornography or content which may be offensive to others. Zoom also has other privacy issues, such as if you use Zoom, your email address and profile photo can be leaked, and Zoom also shares personal data with advertisers such as Facebook. In regard to this, Zoom is also fighting lawsuits over illegal selling of users' personal data. After looking at these issues, some companies like SpaceX have even banned Zoom for meetings and they're switching to other softwares for hosting their web meetings and remote meetings. So, why are people still using Zoom if it poses so many security risks? For one, Zoom is very easy to access. You don't need to download a software or anything, and you can just click on a link and join Zoom. Apart from that, if we go on plans and pricings, we can see why Zoom as a software for video conferencing is attractive to most of us. We can host up to 100 participants in Zoom on the free version, and it has unlimited one-to-one meetings. Another feature that appeals to many of Zoom is the gallery view, where they can view all the participants in one screen who are a part of the meeting. Zoom is also rolling out security features to combat the current security risks and issues that have risen, and is expected to rectify these issues very soon. So there are other alternatives to using Zoom as well. If you think that your data is at risk while using Zoom, you can use other video conferencing softwares such as Google Hangouts, which is a software by Google and is secure. I will post a link for how to use Google Hangouts for video conferences at the end of this video. So if you want to check it out, you can go and check out how to use Google Hangouts. But if you still want to use Zoom, there are a number of ways that you can use Zoom while without putting your data at risk. I will just show you all the things that all the tips that you can use to secure your Zoom meeting. So the first tip that I want to give you is enable waiting rooms. So what this does is enable a waiting room. So if anyone wants to join, they will have to be given access by the host of the meeting. You can do that by going onto your Zoom software, and whenever you schedule a meeting, you can go down into the advanced options and ensure that your enable meeting room is checked. So this will prevent unauthorized access and entry into a Zoom meeting. Apart from that, you can also require a password for participants. You can do that by when you schedule a meeting. So if I click on cancel, if I click on schedule again, so there is an option which says require meeting password, and if you download the latest version of Zoom, they have enabled it automatically. So this advice is for the people who are still using the old version of Zoom. So anyone who wants to enter your meeting will have to enter this password or any other password that you enter, and this will again prevent unauthorized access to Zoom meetings, and it will prevent Zoom bombing and Zoom trolling. The third tip is not sharing your meeting ID online. So what some people are doing for uh, to enable easier access for participants to join the meeting, they post the meeting IDs on their social media or on public domains. I would recommend sending the meeting ID or the URL through personal emails only, so it only goes to the participants that you intend should join the call. Apart from that, you can also adjust your screen sharing options to prevent the security issue of Zoom bombing or Zoom trolling. I will show you how to do that. So I'll open the Zoom software and I'll open a new meeting. And as soon as you're in the meeting, you can click at the bottom of the screen on the upward arrow, and you can click on advanced sharing options, and as soon as you click on that, you can see an option which says who can share, and you have two options here: only host or participants. And if that is a meeting that only you intend to share, you can click on only host and no participant can share, and this will greatly reduce the risk of Zoom bombing or Zoom trolling. The last tip is keep updating your Zoom software as the Zoom employees and the CEO are aware of the security flaws in Zoom, and they have acknowledged it publicly, and they are working towards fixing all the security flaws and privacy concerns that Zoom has right now. And so, as I showed you, I just received an update from Zoom, and I downloaded it, and that enables my password to be enabled by default, and my waiting rooms to be enabled by default. So keep checking up for updates on the Zoom website, and as soon as you find one, you should download it so that it makes your video conferencing more secure. So this is how you make your Zoom meeting more secure and prevent all the Zoom security issues and other concerns like Zoom bombing and Zoom trolling. If you like the video, please click on the like button and click on the bell notification icon so that you can keep updated with the content that I'm sharing. If you have other issues with Zoom, you can leave that in the comments and I will try to get back to them as soon as possible. If you want to check out an alternative software to Zoom, I will post a link of Google Hangouts where you can see how to use Google Hangouts for video conferencing. Stay safe, signing off.